My dear fellow listeners and viewers, good evening once again, and welcome to another edition of Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat is a Canadian initiative with a unique impact. There are a few different ways to listen to us. You can listen to us on the regular dial, that's the radio, 102.7 CKMS FM. You can listen to us on Rogers Digital Cable for those of you who have the Rogers Digital Box. And of course, we also live stream our Chit Chat here. So do take the opportunity to share our page. We ask you to stay with us if you would like to learn a thing or two. However, if you're looking for an opportunity to vent out negativity, this is not for you. Tonight, we have interesting gentleman, a young man all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, Riaz Ali, who we have invited, and we've invited him for a reason. We definitely see a future star here, so that's one of the reasons we want to kind of get a hold of him early so that we can kind of motivate him so he can proceed with what he does best. So Riaz, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good on my end as well too. So obviously we do know that we appreciate you joining us, and we want to know, of course, all about you and why you've decided to choose music to be a passion of yours, despite the fact that you're young and you could have been doing so many different things. But before we get into all of that, take a couple minutes or so and introduce yourself to us, and then we're going to get right into it. Of course, we are going to feature some clips of yours, and we're hoping as well that we can get you to do one or two pieces live for us. So take it away and introduce yourself for us.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, my name is Riaz Ali. I attend the Asher Boys College in Charlieville. I'm 16 years old and I love to sing. Um, I always, had singing in my mind from young. So just take it away, man.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I do find it fascinating that you're only 16, and because I mean, I've seen clips, I've seen your passion for it. I mean, you still have, of course, a far way to go. Your voice is still maturing, all of that.
Yes.
But I think you definitely the passion is in there, in within you. There is no question about that. So let's get right into it, though. Like, since when did you start to have this love and passion for music and started to sing?
Well, since I was very, very young, I mean, since primary school, I would just like a song and, catch myself singing it and, going along with the melody and stuff. After then, I realized that, that I find myself singing, anywhere, going on in the car, anywhere. So then I decided, you know what, why not actually record it and try it and see what it's like. So, I mean, obviously I went down that road and I mean for my age I think that I achieved a lot so far and I just enjoying it, man. Yeah, I just enjoying the industry, music.
Awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
So I've seen some clips, and of course I will be featuring bits and pieces of them, and so that way people can get a good sense,
Mhm.
and what you have done so far and all of that. And one of the songs in particular, I think it fits your voice so perfectly. I think you've made a right decision with that particular song. And of course, I'll let people know more about that later on. So, I mean, you are from Trinidad, and Trinidadian, they do have talented people there. If you
Yes.
were to have an opportunity to open up, a show, let's say the corona virus is gone, which is not happening, by the way. Let's say
Mhm.
that was to, disappear, and you have an opportunity to perform with somebody or a few people. Who will those people be and why? And feel free, you don't have to answer all the questions I'm asking.
Yes, well, to be honest with you, I love my Bollywood music, but I have a weakness for the chutney music. I love my chutney music. I mean, I didn't record any yet, but I love chutney music. So if I have to hold like a big event, I won't hold it, with bringing in singers to do Bollywood, right? I would have it, you know, people in the crowd, they don't want to just be hearing a Bollywood cover. They want something to dance. So I would arrange it with a lot of chutney artists. There's a lot Trinidad. We have a lot of talent. We have Himlata Dindia, Rasika Dindia. All these people I would pull together because I mean they are the icons. We had some passing like Sam Budram and those are the living icons. We had and their music will always live on. And I mean, to me, I would bring a lot of chutney artists because I mean everybody in the crowd wants something hype up. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally hear you. No, I'm just asking you. There's no right or wrong way here. And Trinidad seems to be a good play. They still, people, chutney is their thing. They love it. I've
Yes.
seen people cross over from doing Bollywood, and I can see that even you yourself, though you're young, you're thinking along that line already. So that's
Mhm.
okay. By the way, I have to tell you that you are a very prominent speaker. You're only 16 years old, and the fact that you are here, the fact that we were able to arrange this, I think that's a beautiful thing. And I
Yeah.
think one of the reasons why we invited you too is because there's a whole lot more when it comes to this musical industry. The support, the motivation, the exposure, the uniqueness, being able to do what you're doing now, and so on. So it's not only go on
Mhm.
stage and sing. And I think the fact that you already have that, I think that's this will take you far away. There's no question about that.
Yes.
um Next question for you though is do you actually have like usually if somebody go to a show, they will get an opportunity to sing 2 or 3 songs, the max usually 3, and so on. All right, if you were to go a show, like do you have like particular songs that you really really love and you're gonna do it no matter what?
Well, all my recorded songs all together
Mhm.
is 4, right?
Mhm.
And I have a you must have one that you like a little more than the rest.
That's right.
And I did this song from Dosti, that's Made Dosti Made Up Yet. I really enjoy performing that song. That song gave me a different feeling, and I would choose that song, and then I did another one called Dil To Dene Valley. I always do like if I have to do like let me just say like 4 3 songs. I always do like like 2 Bollywood and a chutney song. I didn't record any chutney song, but I mean with the karaoke and stuff. So yeah, I love performing my Bollywood music, but I also have a weakness for the chutney music. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And to those of you who are watching and listening, and for those of you who will be watching and listening later on, Riaz will be doing a live piece for us. Usually we take those
Yes.
kinds of risks. People know what we do here. We're not judging you here. We just want you, we want to allow you to grow. And so
Yes.
willingly, want, are okay to do that live
Mhm.
piece for us. It's a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing, but we'll give it a
Yes.
shot. Do know that
Mhm.
it is different though to take it from Zoom to Facebook, but we'll see how that goes. But for now, I want to feature this beautiful clip so that your viewers and listeners can enjoy this beautiful piece of yours. So let's give them a taste of you, actually.
Of course.
Yeah. So let's get this up and running so they can enjoy it.
दिल तोड़ने वाले तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है आवाज दे तू कौन सी नगरी में छुपा है दिल तोड़ने वाले तू हमको जो मिल जाए तो हाल अपना सुनाए खुद रोही कभी और कभी तुझको रुलाए कभी तुझको रुलाए वो दाग दिखाए जो हमें तूने दिया है ऐ दिल के सहारे तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है रहा है बेचैन उधर तू है तो मजबूर इधर हम बैठे हैं छुपाए हुए अशकों में तेरा गम अशकों में तेरा गम हर जो तू बढ़ आए है हर जख्म हरा है दिल तोड़ने वाले तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है
All right. Nicely done. I just thought I'd play out the whole thing. Usually we try not to cut it up and so on because we want to kind of honor the guests and make sure we play the whole thing. What was it like though for you to do something that you love and put together that recording? What was it like for you to see that's something you wanted to do, it's up and running and people are watching and viewing?
Well, I mean, concerning this recording,
Yes, this particular recording. That's
okay,
right.
well, this was my first recording by myself. The first ever recorded song I did was a collaboration, and that was with the Hurricane Him and the Aldota, right? And I mean, I still had them there, you know, to backing me up on the first track. But this track altogether was my first one, so it was only me and myself alone, you know, to get this together by myself. You know, behind the mic, you know, I was shaking, I was nervous, you know. But I still put it out, and you know, I improve myself every time, you know, I go in. And I mean, this altogether, this is the first recorded song by myself, and I think it came out really, really good. And I mean, if you listen to the others, you would hear progress. I mean, you don't get perfection at the first time, you know.
Absolutely, of course. And absolutely. And you're only 16, your voice is still maturing. You know, it will get better and better for you. The key point for you is that the passion is there, the motivation is there, you know, and so that's what will make all the difference, right? So everything else will fall in place. So don't worry about that. But I have to tell you, it was a good song choice though, because normally I don't hear this particular song like too often. So I think that in itself,
Yes.
what you know, that's a beautiful thing on your end for sure, and it fits your voice. And even when you sing it back, I know this is the original, this is the recording, but I've seen you sing it back elsewhere, and I can, you know, see and feel how, you know, some even, you know, some improvement there too. So you
Yes,
are right.
I had a lot of artists reaching out to me. Kenneth Superstar, I don't know if you know him. He always say, Riaz, I love this song. I love this song. He was like, you gotta record this song back with me, you know. And you know, he have this love for this song, and I don't know what it created in people. Even my mom, everyone, you know, liked this song and the choice of this song. And I mean, I happy once, you know, the people out there happy. I mean, everybody deals with a little bit of criticism, and you know, whatever you get, I put that behind, and you know, I try to improve myself and so on. But I always, you know, go in there, give my best, and I produce more music.
Awesome. I still can't believe you're 16. You're speaking, you know, so professionally here. Speaking of negativity, though, it will happen.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how well you do in life. You know, you can give it your best shot. You can do well, continuously do well. There will always be one or two people, will be a little bit different. So you as an individual, how do you, or how will you deal with negativity? It will come along the way. In fact, I was speaking to a young man today, and he pulled off from something because he could not deal with the negativity. And I think that's one of the reasons why we continue on these kind of format anyways, to talk about these challenging pieces. How do you deal with negativity? I mean, you're only 16, but how is it that you normally deal with it?
Well, to be honest with you, Narine, I really never faced negativity as a big part. I mean, it's always the same one or two individuals, you know. But I mean, other than that, I have more support than more hatred, I should say. And you know, the level of people supporting me, my family alone is a big part of my life. And you know, the negativity comes from the one or two people, the same people over and over. But I mean, I put them behind me, and I try, I go in and I try again, and let them talk. They making a assumption that he can't do this, but I always say, and I'll tell you to start to sing, you could be trying, you could be a professional. You need to have real belly to do that. You need to
Absolutely.
you need to be a strong person to do, because I mean, everybody, you bring out a song and everybody think he didn't sound good, he sound good. To put effort behind that, run into the studio and mastering every word by word, it's hard for artists to do. And I mean, these same people who are criticizing, God forbid, in the future, they want to be a singer, right? And people start doing this to them, they won't like it. So I mean, don't criticize, because at the end of the day, everyone is trying, and everyone who is singing obviously loves singing, and I won't criticize anybody. I rather support them. If it's ever for me to share a post, share a song, like a song, and support the artist, because I mean, I am in it too, and I would appreciate if people could do that for me. So I try to help out the rest of the artists. I collaborate with the artists. I go good with everybody in the industry. But I mean, sometimes in the one industry, there's one or two people, they try to bring you down and stuff. But what I do, I release my music, and I come on my live, I do my interviews, and I just go along with the flow. But to say like negativity as a big part, I really never faced it, and I'll be honest with you. But in terms of if I would face it, I mean, nobody really likes negativity, and everybody wants everybody to support the music. But the legends that we have, Marshall Montano, all these legends, not everyone likes them, and they are so, they are the living legends, and not everybody will get to support you. You must have, some people who won't support you too. And I mean, I would count the negativity as making me stronger, and then making me in a state that, what, put that behind myself, and show them that I could release the next song, and be the bigger person.
Absolutely. I think you will go very far in life. I'll tell you why. Because I mean, you've really you really nailed it with what you said. I mean, the bottom line is exactly what you said. As long as you love what you're doing, as I mentioned earlier, you could have been doing so many different things, and you have chosen music. A 16-year-old have chosen,
Yes.
music to be part of his life. How can we not support an individual that's going along the
Mhm.
right path? So we have to grow up sometimes too. But do not let it. It will happen. Do know that exactly what you said. Do not let that affect you though. And it's easy for us to say that, but because at the same time, you're not responsible for people feelings against you. That is not your responsibility. So once you're able to handle it the way you are, I think you'll be fine. Because people will try. Some people try really, really hard, and it's a low self-esteem thing on their end. That's for sure. Before I continue on, though, let me quickly say hello to a few people. Let me say hello to Christine, and I love those hearts, Christine. Not necessarily for me. I bypass those things. I appreciate the fact that you're giving those hearts to our guests here for
Yes.
sure. So
I'm
that's
getting
all
a lot of love from her. And
a beautiful thing, right? And so
yes.
do know that. Um, uh, Walina, Drew, Lee, Udit, thank you so much for taking a sneak peek. Uh, Farisha, and
That's
today,
my mom. That's my
that's
mom.
good. That's good. And that you mentioned about family. And
Yes.
it's important because when you think about it, if your own family and friends cannot support you when you're starting something, then it can be challenging. Eh? So I'm happy that you mentioned you have a big family and they're supporting you. And how can they not? And so I
Yes.
hope that you get the continuous support that you need. Speaking of that, though, the support, what is it that you would like to say now? So the people who have been supporting you so far, now is an opportunity to say anything you would like to say to the supporter, because you will need that before you kind of grow and get to the next level.
Well, to be honest with you, any singer will tell you this, and any famous person will tell you, without their supporters, they are nothing, right? Because if someone don't like how you sing, they won't hire you. and in that way, you make no money to do recordings, right? And nobody's gonna be a fan of you on social media if you know they don't support you. So I would like to say publicly, I would like to say a special thank you to everyone who has been supporting me, and even thank you to those who just criticize. You know, you all make me stronger, and I just want to say that without you guys, I am nothing. So I really, really appreciate everyone who support me.
So what's the cost to do a recording in Trinidad, for example? I don't know much. I'm here in Canada.
It depends on the producer, right? Because the base of it, you know, is like you could say it ranges from around $2,000 to $6,000. All right.
So it's
Depends, you know, like if you're using a production where you will need a lot of auto tune and stuff, obviously it will cost more, you know. But I work with Rishi Gayadeen already. I work with Professor Bounty Targets, all these producers, you know. And I mean, when I go into the studio, it's not like I'm going in there because I have something to do. It's always fun, you know. It's always fun doing it. So I mean, the cost of it, yes, it's a bit expensive and stuff, but I mean, in the long run, it pays off.
Okay. Okay, good. And so can we expect any new recording from you coming up or anything of that kind?
Yes, of course. Well, I recently released, 1 week ago, I don't know if you heard it, I released a birthday song with myself and Rick Ramdin.
I will feature it, yeah.
Yes, I released that in celebration of my birthday, I did. And that was 1 week ago. And yes, a lot more in the future, man. Yeah.
Awesome. So speaking of that, I think it's nicely done. Let me feature that now so that people can hear. So by the way, for those of you who are, I'm pretty much sure I will be featured. Okay, let me feature. Did you send it to me or no?
Yes, on and say for this day.
Okay, let me check to make sure because I'm pretty much sure you. How many you sent to me today? Do you remember?
I sent 4.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. So I will be pulling it up before the end of the show because I only set up 3 here. I knew something was missing. But in the meantime, though, what I'll do, I feature another one that's nicely done. By the way, I really enjoy it, and I'm pretty much sure the viewers and listeners will enjoy it as well too.
Yes.
All right, fantastic.
प्यार में हद से गुजर जाना है ईमान, जीना है
तुझको यह समझाना है किसे जीना है और किसको मर जाना है जिसका मुझे था इंतजार जिसके लिए दिल था बेकरार वो घड़ी आ गई आज प्यार में हद से गुजर जाना है मार जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है प्यार में हद से गुजर जाना है मार जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है.
All right. That was nicely done, by the way. So, quick question for you. Does she has any relationship with Ramdin, or that's a different Dindyal?
Yes, Pooja Dindyal would be her uncle because her mom and
Okay.
Jairam Dindyal are brother and sister.
Oh, okay, got you. I know the Dindyals, but it's a big family too.
Yes, yes.
It's awesome. All right, so that's nice. You know, as I mentioned earlier, that we have brought you here because we definitely, see a lot of motivation in you. There's no question about that. If we are not looking for anything from you, once you become successful, then we'll be happy for you. We are going to make an offer to you though that if you're interested to make another recording, we can assist you with that. The choice is yours. We're not looking for anything in return and so on. You can reach out to us after the show. All right. And so for those of you who have just tuned into us, you're listening or watching Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Keep in mind there are a few different ways to listen to us. You can listen to us on a regular dial, that's the radio, 102.7 CKMS FM. You can listen to us on Rogers digital cable for those of you who have the Rogers digital box. And of course, we also live stream our Chit Chat here. So do take the opportunity to join, to share our page. And we are joined by Riaz Ali, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. I've watched people started from having the love for music and now they're performing professionally. That's one of the reasons why when we see people with passion, with motivation, we get a little bit excited for sure because we can, we know that good things, can happen for sure. And especially when you have the motivation, having a talent, having the mindset for something is one thing, but not having the motivation and determination is a whole different thing. And you have that, and I think that will make all the difference for you. So what we'll do now, if you're comfortable and if you're set up and you want to quench your thirst and do all of that, maybe you can give us a live piece, take a couple seconds and do that if you're ready to do that, so people can listen to you live. We'll give it a try. When we do live stuff, there are all kinds of things happening here, so keep that in mind. But we'll give it a shot. All right? You ready for that?
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
So is there any in particular you would like to hear?
Whatever fits with you, whatever you're comfortable with. It's about you, so we want to make sure you're okay, and we will be happy with anything you offer us.
All right, no problem. Well, I did a little karaoke mix here, so I will be doing it for you guys.
Awesome.
Right.
So you take it away when you're ready. It's all yours.
जिसका मुझे जिसके लिए दिल का बेकरार वो घड़ी आ गई आज प्यार बेहद से गुजर जाना है यार जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है जिसका मुझे इंतजार जिसके लिए दिल का बेकरार वो घड़ी आ गई आज प्यार में हद से गुजर जाना है यार जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है मुझ पे जो गुजरी वो क्या जाने तू
क्या समझे ओ दीवाने, लेके रहूंगी बजना तुझसे, आई हूँ दिल की आग बुझाने। ओ काटे मेरी नजरों से बच के कहाँ जाएगा, काटे मेरी नजरों से बच के कहाँ जाएगा, दिया ही तो मुझको वही तो मुझसे पाएगा। वो घड़ी आ गई थी, पति जिगर में उतर जाना है ईमान, पीना है तुझको या मर जाना है। तेरा आशिक जमाना और गदी होगा तेरा निशाना, नजर यूं तेरी नजर पे आए हमें भी चलाना, जो है खिलाड़ी उन्हें खेल हम दिखाएंगे, अपने ही जाल में शिकार फंस जाएंगे। घड़ी आ गई थी, पति जिगर में उतर जाना है ईमान, जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है। क्या इतबार के लिए दिल का बेकरार, वो घड़ी आ गई आज, याद में हद से गुजर जाना है ईमान, जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है। याद में हद से गुजर जाना है ईमान, जीना है तुझको या मर जाना है। दिल तोड़ने वाले तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है, तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है। आवाज दे तू कौन सी लकड़ी में छुपा है, दिल तोड़ने वाले। हमको जो मिल जाए तो हाल अपना सुनाए, उन रोगी कभी और कभी तुझको रुलाए, कभी तुझको रुलाए। ओ दाग दिखाए जो हमें तूने दिया है, ऐ दिल के सहारे तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है, तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है। सीने में तेरी याद का तूफान उठा है दिल के सहारे। दिखला के कनाडा मुझे मल्लाह ने लूटा, कश्ते भी गई हाथ से, पतवार भी छूटा, पतवार भी छूटा। अब और ना जाने मेरे तकदीर में क्या है, दिल तोड़ने वाले तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है, तुझे दिल तोड़ रहा है। बेचैन युगल तू है तो मजबूर
मेरा गम हर जो दूर आए है हर जख्म हरा है दिल तोड़ने वाले तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है तुझे दिल ढूंढ रहा है कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार Sina lots of love on the life. Everybody on the life. Pick up on yourself. जीवन का यही है दस्तूर प्यार बिना अकेला मजबूर दोस्ती को माने तो सब दुख दूर दोस्ती को माने तो सब दुख दूर कोई कहीं तो कर गए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार दोनों के हैं रूप हजार पर मेरी सुने जो संसार दोस्ती है भाई तो कहे बने प्यार दोस्ती है भाई तो कहे बने प्यार कोई मन चैन चुराए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार प्यार का है प्यार ही नाम कहीं मेरा कहीं का शाम दोस्ती का यारो नहीं कोई दाम दोस्ती का यारो नहीं कोई दाम कोई कहीं दूर न जाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए के पग पग दीप जलाए मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार पल पल जिएंगे तुम रहती हो। आजकल तेरे मेरे प्यार की चर्चे हैं ज़बान पर, सबको मालूम है और सबको कमरी हो गई। आजकल तेरे मेरे प्यार की चर्चे हैं ज़बान पर, सबको मालूम है और सबको कमरी हो गई। आजकल तेरे मेरे प्यार की चर्चे हर ज़बान पर, सबको मालूम है और सबको कमरी हो गई। हमने को प्यार में ऐसा काम कर लिया, प्यार की राह में अपना नाम कर लिया। हमने को प्यार में ऐसा काम कर लिया, प्यार की राह में अपना नाम कर लिया। प्यार की राह में अपना नाम कर लिया। आजकल तेरे प्यार की चर्चे है ज़बान पर, सबको मालूम है और सबको कमरी हो गई। आजकल तेरे मेरे प्यार की चर्चे है ज़बान पर, सबको मालूम है और सबको कमरी हो गई। पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा। मगर ये तो कोई न जाने है मेरी मंजिल ये कहाँ। पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, न घर है न ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है। ओ पथ चलते जाना, मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, न घर है न ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है। ओ पथ चलते जाना। ये क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कब हुआ, क्यों हुआ, जब हुआ, सब हुआ। ओ छोड़ो ये ना सोचो, ये क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कब हुआ, क्यों हुआ, जब हुआ, सब हुआ। ओ छोड़ो ये ना सोचो, ये क्या हुआ। रात गली एक ख्वाब में आए और गले कहानी हुई। रात गली एक ख्वाब में आए और गले कहानी हुई। सुबह को जब हम नींद से जागे तुमकी बेजान हुई। बिराती गली एक ख्वाबों में आए और गले कहानी हुई सुबह को जब हम नींद से जागे अब तुम्ही बेजार हुई बिराती गली एक ख्वाबों में आए और गले कहानी हुई ये लाल रंग कब मुझे छोड़ेगा ये लाल रंग कब मुझे छोड़ेगा मेरा गम कब तलक ओ मेरा दिल छोड़ेगा ये लाल रंग कब मुझे छोड़ेगा मेरा गम कब तलब ओ मेरा दिल छोड़ेगा ये लाल रंग कब मुझे छोड़ेगा क्या हुआ तेरा वादा वो कसम वो इरादा क्या हुआ तेरा वादा वो कसम वो इरादा भूल का दिल जिसने तुम्हें वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा क्या हुआ तेरा वादा वो कसम वो इरादा भूले का दिल जिसने तुम्हें वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा क्या हुआ तेरा वादा वो कसम वो इरादा वो कसम वो इरादा वो कसम वो इरादा Thank you very much.
All right. Excellent job there. Well, I have to be honest with you. Um, you've done so well. I want to remind people, the viewers and listeners, keep in mind our guest, Riaz Ali, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago, is only 16 years old. And, I'm very good in predicting things, I can tell you that. And I'm predicting that you are going to go very far away. I think that we have found a star here, I can tell you that. With your motivation, everything else will fall in place. Your voice still has a far way to mature, but I can tell you, if you continue along that line, there's absolutely nobody who's going to hold you back. I can tell you that much for sure. I did enjoy, I really enjoy your energy, and it looked like you were lost in that music and you were lost in the right thing. And I think your parents, your neighborhood, your community, your friends and family, they have all reason to be proud of you. How can we not, when we see people, who are going, on the right track and wanting to be champion for something good. So this is awesome. I'll be really happy to see where you go from here. That's for sure. There's no question. How does it feel though when you are in that mode? Because when we watch you, we can tell you are in it and you are in full control. How does it make you feel though? Or how do you feel when you are in it singing?
Well, to be honest with you, I just do it because, if you do something and you don't like it, you just want to finish. When I come on a live, I sing, people request song, I sing, and it's like nothing for me because, once I know the song, I'll do it. And I just love to do it. So, anything you love to do and stuff, just do it. And it's like no big deal for me because I'm in it and it's just what I love.
Absolutely. Without you even saying it, like we can see it, like because when you grabbed that mic, when you were singing, and it's a unique skill you have because you were able to do one song after the next, to do that melody so nicely. Not too many people can do that. And I think that those are the extra pieces that will set you apart. And I want to remind people again that Riaz is only 16 years old, right? And so he still have a far way to go, but definitely amazing stuff. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now?
Yeah, where do you visualize yourself to be in 5 years from now?
Well, I mean, I see myself as a bigger person in the industry, you know, and a person to be more known. And I mean, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. And I mean, 5 years, a lot could be achieved. And I would put out music for that 5 years, and I'm trying to make myself a bit more, you know, everyone will recognize me and say, hey, I know him, you know. So in 5 years, I see myself as being someone bigger in the industry.
Awesome. So what that tells me is that you are continuing on, which is awesome, right? It's just the beginning for you. Awesome. So I really love the motivation. I cannot tell you anything different, that's for sure. I really love the birthday song in there with
Rick Ramutar.
Rick Ramutar. I would love to have him on right away, but anyway, I will feature that one before the end of the show for sure.
Of course.
Nice lot. And for those of you who are celebrating birthdays and so on, maybe that's one way for us to kind of acknowledge all of that, right? Somebody's pretty much sure celebrate birthday somewhere.
Yes, if anyone is celebrating their birthday, we could dedicate it to them before we go.
Absolutely, for sure. No, we still have time. Not to worry about that. About the time, we
Yes.
still have time. So one of your favorite questions I like to ask people, you know, is this one. You know, and I know you are wise enough to understand this question. You know, and I know that in life, we all will go through challenges. Life will never be smooth, and that's the way it will always be. However, despite the fact that all of us have had challenges in life, what are some of the things you are grateful for in your life so far?
Well, to be honest with you, for my family, because I mean, without my family, you know, I won't reach where I am today, you know. And I'm grateful for that. Also, in fact, I'm grateful for even being here. So I should thank God first, you know. And it's the little things that matter to me, you know, who support me, you know, who wants to be a friend with me, you know, these kind of things. So I all my family and friends and, you know, well wishers, I should say, you know, those are the people, you know, that I consider in that range.
Awesome. I'm not sure if I should ask you more question or feature song because you're doing both so well. Very well. Not too many people can do that, and you're doing it so effortlessly. I can tell you that for sure. You are so comfortable in your end, and that's a beautiful skill. It's a really great talent by itself. Do know that it's a gift you have there. That's for sure. Who's Drew? Do you know Drew? Drew Mo?
True. Yes, that's my friend. That's my friend.
Good. That Drew, I'm reading and do know that
Yes,
these are the
lots of love from everyone.
it is important for people to support a good initiative, right? And so when I see that people are willing to support good initiative, that's a beautiful thing. So I hope that you guys continue to support Riaz because he's actually passionate about something really, really good. It's hard to get people to kind of go and stay along this track. And the fact that he's choosing this path, I think, that's a blessing by itself. So that's awesome. What I would like to do though, let me feature this beautiful song you've done with Rick here. Nicely done. And then we'll kind of chit chat a bit more. We'll take it from there. All right?
Of course, yes.
से फरिश्ते तुझसे ये कैसा नाता कैसे ये दिल के रिश्ते ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते तुझसे ये कैसा नाता कैसे ये दिल के रिश्ते ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. को दर से क्यों हर गरी निगाह है तुझे देखने को दर से क्यों हर गरी निगाह है बेचैन सी रहती है तेरे लिए ये बाहें मुझे खुद पता नहीं है मुझे तुझसे प्यार क्यों है ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते तुझसे ये कैसा नाता कैसे ये दिल के रिश्ते ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू फूल है तू किसी और के चमन का नाजुक सा फूल है तू किसी और के चमन का खुशबू से तेरी महकी क्यों बार मेरे मन का मेरी जिंदगी में जाई तुझसे बाहर क्यों है ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते तुझसे ये कैसा नाता कैसे ये दिल के रिश्ते ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू तू कुछ है मेरा फिर भी ये तरफ कैसी तू कुछ नहीं है मेरा फिर भी ये तरफ कैसी तुझे देखते ही क्यों मैं उठती है क्यों लहर सी हर वक्त मुझको रहता तेरा इंतजार क्यों है ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते तुझसे ये कैसा नाता कैसे ये दिल के रिश्ते ओ नन्हे से फरिश्ते हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू
All right. Nicely done. So this song actually, for those of you who are watching, listening, was done by our guests here, Riaz Ali and Rick Ram. Rick Ram is also a very, very talented. He's really, really good in what he does. So you are following the right guys. And so that's awesome. That's a good sign. One advice I'll give you is to try your best to stay very, because you grow, people change, things change, society change, and so on. Try your best to stay positive with the music, because music itself has a lot of different influence, and so there's a need for positivity when it comes to the music. That's for sure. And so that's my advice. Try your best to do that, because sometimes people do all kind of different things and so on. I want you to know, though, that I appreciate you so very much. You are a unique individual without any question. You have a unique gift, you have a special gift, and we all have seen it here. I reached out to you for a reason. I reached out to you because I've seen that in you, right? And so I personally would like to wish you, nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Because you deserve all the blessing from us. That's for sure. I'm now giving you the opportunity to say any last minute thing you would like to say, maybe things that you would have liked to say that I didn't ask you or anything, anything of such, maybe now is an opportunity for you to say that. But do know that I enjoy this chit chat here. I have gotten more than what I bargained for. You know, sometimes I have to prepare people. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Sometimes I have to prepare, you know, people to make themselves feel comfortable and so on. And we go the extra mile. But there was no need for all of that, any of that from you.
Yes.
And so that's a very unique thing that you have there for sure. Like, you look very comfortable. You know, you have a lot going on for you. And keep in mind, and to the viewers and listeners, our guest here is only 16 years old. And that's a beautiful thing, you know. And so I see a lot of good things coming from you. You are now officially, you know, a part of the Chit Chat family here. And what we do here is we are giving back to the community. We're giving back to people. We don't discriminate based on people's race and gender and where you're born and all of that. When we see uniqueness, we take pride and we highlight that, whether that be the arts, whether that be anything else. And so that's one of the reasons we reach out to you. If there are ways that we can help you grow, we'll be happy to do that. So do know that. We're giving you that open invitation. So any last minute thing you would like to say, take the freedom to do so.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity for being here, and to everyone on the live. So much love from everybody. I'd just like to say a special thank you to everyone, because I mean, without you guys, I am nothing. And yes, just a special thank you to everyone. And in return of that, I would bring out new music to you guys. And thank you very much.
Awesome. And to the, you know, to the people them who, you know, took the time to make all the comment, you know,
Yes, of
obviously a lot of people, you know, they're supporting you, which is a beautiful thing. You know, a person like you will need that support. I want to remind people that apart from our chit chat and apart from highlighting talent and addressing social issues and all of that, we are trying to hammer down the importance of diversity and inclusion. You know, meaning that we have to recognize that everybody's unique in their own way. You know, and it's not only about, you know, the color of skin or race and all that, but they have, you know, diverse talent. It's a whole lot more. And that's one of the reasons we have, you know, created the diversity and inclusion concert, which we will have on March the 27th. So that's a one event you really want to kind of keep an eye out for. We are going to have lots of new faces kind of thing, because we find that if we just bring people who are already known, we're basically reinventing the wheel. We're not doing anything there. So you are going to see a lot of unique stuff, though. We do have, of course, one or two known names who will be joining us all too. So you don't want to miss it for a variety of different reasons. So keep that in mind. We invited Riaz to be part of it. So we are hoping that he will be able to do that and join us. So that's going to be great. So I personally, again, would like to thank you, Riaz. Do know that we appreciate you so very much. And you definitely added to the show. And I'm glad I didn't cancel the show, because there are a few, you know, death in the family and things of that kind. And
my condolences.
And in the neighborhood, people, you know, stuff of that kind. But sometimes we have to be able to separate, you know, those pieces to kind of carry on with life and so on. I have to tell you that you really you've made it work. You've made my time worthwhile here. That's for sure. So I'm going to get this piece set up here, and then we're going to kind of take it from there. So my dear fellow listeners, as we are officially approaching the end of tonight's program, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. Please remember to tune in to us again next time. We're going to have another special, unique guest. On behalf of myself and this young, talented man, Riaz Ali, talent out of Trinidad, both of us would like to join together and wish you a great today and even a better tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon.